Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Emily Pearl Show Live. I'm trying to get my volume down on my cell phone here, and we are live in the living color. It's Friday night, so y'all come on in, and I'm going to get some more sharing done. We had a little tech issue today with the studio. I apologize for that, and but we're here now. So let me get this show on the fly. We're starting off with the hostess of the mostest known all around the world herself, Sybil Marie Presley.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hi, Sybil. How are you?
I'm all excited. December 1st is here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this year has really passed by fast, hasn't it? Okay. All right, bringing in the heartbeat of the South and my every heartbeat, my son, Tim Harrington. Hey, Tim.
Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? How's everybody doing?
Hey, Tim.
All right, all right. Look, I'll tell you. Um,
What happened?
yeah, Sybil, we heard that. Okay. I think I might be getting an echo because I got another page up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm muting it. Okay, got that done. Okay, come on now. We James, I don't know what Zeke is, but we can't do it without the CC herself. And here, wait a minute, that's Sybil. And here she is,
Hi,
Kathy
yes,
CC
Curly
Carlson.
Hey,
here.
Kathy.
Hi,
Hey.
I'm just so tickled tonight because
I can't make
everything.
her up early.
I'm like, where are
Yeah,
these
how you doing?
where are all these alien vibes coming from? Just kind of messing up stuff tonight. Yeah. All right,
I don't
Kathy.
know. Tonight
I
is
know
a
it's
strange
so
night, but
weird.
yeah.
We can't do anything but laugh about it. Hi, Sandra. Nice to meet you. You're always in the studio. First one. Sandra's always in the studio.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hi,
Hey,
not the,
Sandra.
Sandra.
see, I mean, in the audience before the show starts. So we love you. Hi, Jack. Thanks so much. Um, nice
Hey.
to meet you. And Rowan. I think that's what it is. Nice. Hi, Rebecca. Okay. Um, it was a Thomas. How did you join in? Well, Thomas, you are in. Can you, as long as you're seeing us live and in living color, you are in. However, unfortunately, you cannot come into the studio with us. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy
You
the
can
show.
chat.
Because we got an exciting, yeah, you can chat and talk to us all night long. We got an exciting guest tonight, Kathy. Who is it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it's my pleasure to introduce Denny Tedesco, and he's the director of Immediate Family, which is a film to be released soon. So can't wait to talk to him.
All right.
Hey,
Hi
Denny.
there.
How you doing?
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
Denny.
Very good.
We're going to
How
move
are
you
you
up there
guys?
with Kathy because Kathy wants to be beside you. All right.
All right.
Welcome to the
Okay.
show. Everybody, can y'all give Denny a round of applause? Yay, Denny! All
Yay,
right.
Denny.
Y'all like that?
We're so happy to have you here.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Yeah.
we'll take a minute to share when we come back from our video. We always go to commercial now so that we can share the show, so we can get everybody in because we actually had a tech issue with our link. We had to change it, and so now I got to reshare everywhere. But we're gonna do this right now and give us time. And guys, team, get your cell phones and come on and share this link. The rest of you guys in the audience, stick and stay. Don't go away. We'll be back. We are back. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking this thing with us. Kathy, can you tell us more about our special guest tonight?
Oh, sure. Okay. Now, Denny Tedesco is the director of Immediate Family, which is a film to be released in December 15th. So I'm 12th, actually, right? So I'm so glad that he's here to be with us in his busy schedule. Now, yeah, Denny also released, a film, The Wrecking Crew, in 2008 with Magnolia Films, and this will be released with Magnolia Films all right, this time again. So, welcome, Denny, and thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you.
Okay. So, first of all, I see in this new release that you have some of your fellow comrades that were on the wrecking team crew band. Can you talk about them? Can you tell us about because they're immortalized in history here. So
Well, there's two different stories. The Wrecking Crew is the story about the '60s studio musicians, and that was about the guys in LA in the 1960s that did everything from the Beach Boys, Sinatra, Jan and Dean, Fifth Dimension, Sam Cooke, Mamas and Papas, and on and on and on. Those were the days when you had to have session musicians on the scores because the labels didn't believe in rock and roll and they didn't trust that the bands could get in and out. And so they hired guys like my father, Tommy Tedesco, Hal Blaine, Don Randy, Plas Johnson, and all these guys to knock out these hits. That was the story, the first story. And this second story is actually the next story about the next group of musicians. And they came at the right time during the singer-songwriter era. So those folks are, I'm talking about that I'm featuring is Leland Scalara, great bass player, one of the greatest bass players, Danny Kochmar, guitar player, producer, Waddy Wachtel, and Russ Kunkel. And these guys were the ones that they were, the beginnings of singer-songwriters, Tapestry, Joni Mitchell's Blues, Sweet Baby James, the Linda Ronstadt albums, and on and on and on. So that's what this next one's about.
Okay.
oh, wonderful.
We have a couple of videos about the movie, and I'm also trying to locate. I had it up here, Denny, and it went away. Instead, my editing software wants to pop up, and I'm not editing anything. It's so crazy. I got all these amazing aliens around me tonight. So we're going to go and take a look at the one about your movie. Okay, I've got that in loaded up to the studio already. Okay, if my editing studio stop interfering because it's like sucking up my amazing yeah,
your gigabytes or whatever.
yeah, my gigabytes and what have you. Okay, so now
Well, gig is related. We all can gigs.
Yeah.
So should I keep talking while you're doing that?
Yes.
Why don't you, Denny? Why don't you, please?
Please
Okay.
do.
So let me tell you about Immediate Family. Who's in it? I can tell you.
Okay.
Carole King's in it. Jackson Brown's in it. James Taylor's in it. Keith Richards is in it. David Crosby. Linda Ronstadt. Neil Young. Don Henley. Steve Jordan. And a few more. And these guys, these artists were amazing because when we asked them, would you talk about these other four folks? They instantly jumped on it. There was no hesitation. There was nobody, as what do you call it, keeping us away. They instantly jumped in, and we started interviewing them in 2019. And that says a lot about these four musicians because they're loved so much by their artist. They weren't just guys that recorded on the albums and then traveled with them. They became friends and family. They really became close to these artists. And that's why they're so respected in the business.
Awesome.
Right. Well, I knew.
Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for the video?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Yep.
When we're ready to sing, we step up at the microphones, and it comes out something like this.
We came in the studios with Levi's and T-shirts, smoking cigarettes. The older guys were saying they're going to wreck the music business.
In the hardcore producing area, everybody knew what went on there. I mean, everybody knew that the best musicians played on all the sessions, but we as the general public didn't know.
They played so well, and they played so well together.
I was in awe of them because of Phil Spector. I pulled my car over the side of the road and said, what am I listening to here?
The musicians were really the unsung heroes of all those hit records.
When I listen to the record, it is so apparent that these guys were just really so good. And you can see why everybody used them.
The Wrecking Crew was the focal point of the music. They were the ones with all the spirit and all the know-how.
We made up a lot of arrangements ourselves.
We would either augment or totally replace a group.
The public was oblivious that there was this secret star maker machinery.
I had no idea that people didn't play their own records until the Monkees came along.
We were so busy.
I was making more money than the President of the United States.
7 records of the year.
It was unbelievable.
Here's the way that the beat goes on sounded when we first heard it. La-di-da-da-da. Yeah, I said, uh-oh. The third line I came up with was...
The beat goes on.
They were the stone cold rock and roll professionals, and there may never be a group of that caliber again.
Yeah. Not
So,
this. Go ahead.
You know, that was the first film.
Okay.
That was the Wrecking
Yes,
Crew film.
that was the first one. That wasn't immediate family, but while you're looking for that, Emily, there were a few other names, and of course Don Henley. You know, when did he pass? He passed maybe 2 or 3 years ago or something. So that's wonderful.
No.
That
Don Henley has not passed. Don Henley has not passed.
Oh, he hasn't passed. No, he
nobody-
hasn't passed. Okay,
The only one
who
in the
did?
new film that has passed is David Crosby. The old film Wrecking Crew is
Oh, David Crosby. Okay.
Yes. But the old film
Okay.
Wrecking Crew is a different. So, would you like me? Do you have that one?
I've got
Well,
one.
I do. I have,
You want me to share the screen and show you what I got?
Yeah, sure, because you sent me one that is like an hour and 7 minutes long. And I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. I've got another one. I've got another one of you and the guy talking right now. Do you want to?
No. Why don't you let me share the screen?
Yes.
And I'll play it.
Okay, sure.
That'd be great.
See if I could do that. I'm not sure how.
Let me spotlight you, and that way we can see it. There you go.
All right, now let's see if I can get on now. How would I do this? Oh my gosh. Let's see. See if I can do this. Hold on, kids. Do you see my screen?
It may come up in a minute. You may have to click over on the side and see if is it showing you on the left sidebar a screen, separate screen that you need to click on anywhere.
How's that? Did it come up?
No, it's not. Oh yeah, okay,
No,
here it goes. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
your
see me?
page. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the screen, the Chrome.
You see this now? You
Chrome
see?
came up.
Yeah,
You
we
see
see
the watch
that.
thing? What are you gonna see now?
We see you opening this page in Chrome.
How about in Safari? Do you see my page in Safari?
Safari. No, we can't see none. It
All
says
right, hold on.
open the page in Chrome.
Where is that? No, that's not what I'm supposed to be showing you. You should be seeing. No. See, sorry guys. Did you
No,
see
that's
that?
okay. Let me start.
This is
Yeah,
the only one that
I can mention.
I just sent it to you. See if it works.
Well, if Kathy doesn't know how to share, Kathy, do you know how to share it like he did?
No, but I have all the names written down on immediate family film.
Send it to me.
Link I just sent you?
Can you, Kathy, forward the link over to my email and let me.
I will.
Let me get it and I'll share it that way. Because the one other movie that I have is The Wrecking Crew.
No. Go to immediatefamilyfilm.com.
No, I didn't get that one. All I had was a picture of that, and that I can show you the picture. You know, it's like your
it won't help you.
It's like your billboard. That's all I had on that. That's all I received. So is it
anyway,
is it a YouTube link?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Well, yeah.
See, Kathy? I sent it to you.
Kathy. Yeah, I know. Okay, let me look.
Sorry.
Okay, so while she's doing that, and give that time to come on, Sybil, do you have a question for Denny?
Well, no, I'm just so amazed at the Wrecking Crew and got such a great point that, especially several years ago, such a tight background instrumentalists, musicians, made the record. They were icing on the cake.
Hey, James.
And I think this is wonderful to share with the new generation, young people, to know what real music can sound like. So what is it that you would suggest to background instrumentalists of today to learn from what y'all did several years back to make such great sounds?
I just think all musicians, they're very unique, and they have to basically play with each other to learn from each other, and speak in a different language. They speak. You don't have to know English or French, but they have to listen to each other and learn. That's how all music has been created, by listening and working with each other. It's a very collaborative art.
Yeah, so James has sent it to me, so let's go ahead and do this, okay? And,
sorry, Danny. Sorry for the English.
Okay.
I'll get it right.
Well, you know what? We're all at home here on the Emily Pros show. We just make ourselves at home. Roll with the flow.
We do. Yeah, we don't. We're not that professional, Except for when we have to.
We do the best we can.
All right, so let's watch this, and I may have to mute everybody. So I'm gonna mute everybody so it can play without interruptions. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, mute. Except for me, I'm down at the bottom. Let me mute myself. I may not can mute myself, so let's just go ahead and play this.
And these guys know. In the early 70s, you couldn't pick up an album and look at the liner notes without seeing these guys' names.
I would buy records just because they were on it.
The creative input of these session guys cannot be overstated. It can't be overstated.
Russ Kunkel. Danny Korchmar. Lee Sklar. Waddy.
musicians we knew, and they gradually became legendary session musicians.
My main goal was to not get fired.
Tapestry, the whole thing was done in 3 weeks.
3 songs in one day, and we didn't piece together the best.
No, it wasn't overdubbed.
Look, we were all in our 20s. No, there was no sleeping.
Each album became like a, what's the next thing they're going to do?
Not only did they give birth to this music, they're as much the author of these songs as the artist they did it with.
Ego goes out the window.
Well, I'm not sure that's true. I have a huge ego.
Well,
I could get hipper, younger people.
In this hotel.
But these are the people that play it best.
All I could express is admiration for these guys.
4 truly great players, all of them masters of their instrument.
In hindsight, I was just happy to be there.
I've got a band full of brothers that love me. I'm proud of all of it.
Well, all right then. I like that. Okay, let me close that window. Yeah, I apologize that I didn't have it into the studio. I guess that Kathy had several, but that one was missing, and so she did try to send it. It just probably got lost in the shuffle somewhere. Okay, so Tim, I know you got a question for our guests. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Everybody is muted. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Hi.
Yeah, I wanted y'all to be able to hear it without, any coughing, because I'm coughing, and then their background sounds. Yeah. So y'all heard it okay, right?
Yeah.
It was really phenomenal.
Yeah,
those guys are still kicking it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how when you get like in your 70s, how you still have that good rhythm to play those drums like that. Wow.
They haven't stopped.
That's something,
man.
There's
still 2 of the guys are Russ and Leland are still with Lyle Lovett. They go on tour with him every few months, and they're all 77, 76. And Waddy is the musical director of Stevie Nicks, so he's going out every few months. So they haven't.
So
stopped.
what was the inspiration for the project?
It's basically coming off the Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
The first film, when it came out in 2015, it actually came out in 2015. It was very successful, and it started up a lot of genres of the music docs, and many people followed after myself and others. And that became, it's like pulling the curtain back on the hidden secrets. Growing up in the business, I understood it. So when my producers came to me and they said, "What do you think of this idea?" I said, "Oh my God, I love that," because it's a different generation. These guys are different than the guys in the 60s. Not just musically, but the business was different. In the 60s in LA, my father, who was a guitar player, Tommy Tedesco, he never left the studio. He was working 3-4 dates a day. So what they would do is they do a recording session for 3 hours. They could go to the Ronettes, and then they could go to a commercial, or they could go to a Beach Boys song, or they would just bounce around for days, hours, every day, 3 or 4 dates a day. They never stayed long on a project because they literally put out an album 1 or 2 days. That's how the business was. No one, if you went on the road, you didn't want to go on the road because you're going to lose your spot.
Yeah.
The difference is these guys come around, the business change, radio comes in, FM, things are being done on LPs. So now the music business is put more money into the artists, the singer-songwriter, whatever artists, and they're spending time on the albums instead of rushing through them. They're actually creating songs that, sequencing songs. It wasn't just just covers of those. So that's how that worked. And then, so I knew all these names, we know these names from, if you're old enough to remember what LPs were, when you opened up those, LPs, you saw who played with all these guys, or Stevie, Stevie Wonder, whoever you're listening to, that's when they gave credits to all those guys. So that was the inspiration.
All right.
All
Cool.
right. Now I have a question that somebody asked me, and Jack, come on, be nice now. You talk. Rwanda asked me a question. Let's see what. I'm gonna get back up here to it. She says, or he says, Emily Pearls, what are your opinions on Yannick Bolasie? Bolasie. I don't know that person. Anybody know who that is?
Mm-mm.
I know a Yanovich. I know a Yanovich that was a movie star that does imitation movies. Is that what you're talking about? He's
I
like a
don't know
funny
who that
guy,
is.
comedy. Hi, Doug. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Doug.
Now, and to Jack, be nice. Everybody is welcome on this page. They say this. She or he say they are not a child, and even if they were, Jack, this is a family show, so we have children, don't we? Children, and we got children in the audience.
Sometimes I can be childish. Yeah, I've been told.
Yeah, we do family shows. We have people of all ages. Yeah, from age 1 to 99. Yeah. So
Denny,
Kathy,
do you play any instruments yourself? Do you play instruments yourself?
Nope. I never practiced.
Wow,
I heard you have to practice, and I was never good at practicing. So I never went. One of these days, I'm not giving up, but I'll get the third chord down and I'll do it.
I know.
No,
don't you hate
Do you sing?
Can I sing? No.
Yeah, can you sing?
No.
No.
Absolutely
Okay. All
not.
right. I'm just curious.
Let's just say, all right, I'm son of a musician. I got out of typing class in 1975 out of a Catholic boys' school by saying I want to join the band because my father's a musician. Anything to get out of typing class. I hated it. So they gave me a saxophone.
I remember that.
Yeah, and they gave me a saxophone, but I was the banner carrier for a year. I didn't even get to play with the band. So
man,
that's how close I got to music.
I got a message for Jack. Jack says that this is his favorite news show. Let's see where
good.
And I said, thank you, Jack, because I am so happy to have you. All right. Yeah, we have fun.
Welcome, Jack.
And just in case you didn't know, Jack, we broadcast 3 times a week. And we do a paralegal show, spooky, scary.
Paranormal. We're both paralegals, but it's paranormal.
We're paralegals.
See,
paralegals.
I got ghosts all around me. I got these ghosts and aliens all around me tonight. It's just awful.
Yeah, blame it on the aliens.
And then we do if you like politics, we do politics on Thursday nights. We do our paranormal show on Wednesday night, and then we do this show on Friday night. So we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can always find us live. Okay, so we are so happy to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, that's our days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, back to you, Kathy.
So Denny, what's your affiliation with Men and all your pictures? And they've done both of your films, right?
They picked up my first picture, and when we had, the first picture took 19 years to make. I started it in 96, and when my dad was passing away, that was Wrecking Crew. He was passing away, so I quickly started filming him and his friends, but didn't get far, and he passed away like a year later, not even, and took 19 years because no one ever felt that film would ever be successful because of the music rights. You have to, you have to spend money. You have to license music. And those were the days no one believed in music docs. So I never gave up, did very, well in festivals, but I still had to figure out ways of raising the money to pay off the $500,000 worth of finance or licensing. And that's what I did for the next, from 2009, when it was done, to 2015. I just raised money every which way. And finally came out with Magnolia Films, and it did extremely well. It's still on Hulu. You can watch the film on Hulu tonight, or Tubi. I think it's on Tubi. It's in many places, but Hulu for streaming. And then the next film, when we came out with, when we finished it, we went right back to Magnolia. So what do you think? And they jumped on it.
There you
So
go.
I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. Well, as you can see running down on the ticker tape, and I had forgotten that the ticker tape was not showing tonight for some reason either. I just went in the studio and clicked on it and got it running. But we also have a movie, my team, TEPS Productions. We have a movie called M Pearls, AAL, the movie. And it is now playing on Roku, Tubi, Apple TV, Plex TV, on a lot of the platforms, you know. So all you have to do is just put in Google search. If you put in M Pearls, AAL, the movie, it will show you everywhere that you can watch it. And I wrote the movie, I produced the movie, I casted the movie, I directed the movie, and it is a family movie. It is very clean.
And you starred in the movie.
And I started the movie.
Don't leave that out.
Yeah,
Yay!
and it got like, it
And I
had
was
like
co-star.
420 million views, right?
Well, it's over 433 million views already. And but that's over a period of, yeah, that's from a period of 2017 to date. Because it first appeared on Amazon for a year. And then the other platforms began to pick it up, you see. So, but I distributed it all by myself too. I do have to pat myself on the back. You know what I mean?
It's a one-woman show. Just about.
Denny, this is my best friend, Sybil Presley. And when I first
she
met
gave me a role in it too.
When I first met her, she taught me the most valuable lesson that I had heard in my life, even though I was already doing, you know, assertive and stuff. But she told me, she says, nobody's going to come and knock on your door and ask you, what do you do?
No, they're
and
not.
I say, you know what? They sure not. I got to put myself out there.
You got to toot your own horn.
I got to put myself out there, and I had to teach myself how to edit.
Exactly.
Well, actually,
you got to be
yeah, and I had to teach myself how to upload to the AWS platform, to Amazon, and I had to teach myself how to distribute. Jack says, what is the film called? It's running on the ticker tape, Jack. Just look at the bottom, and you'll see it run across. It's called M.
You talking about your film or my film?
Yours. Well, let's talk about Denny's film.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Well, I got about 5 more minutes, guys. I'm so sorry. I have to go to
But
a
he's
screening.
a film producer, yeah, and so I was just sharing what we have in common.
Okay.
Because he is a film producer. Right. Okay.
I apologize if I have to leave early. I'm in actually Whistler, Canada. I have to go to screen the film in 45 minutes. So
Understood.
Well, let's play this other video before you go. How
What's
about
the
that?
other? You want to tell me what the video is?
Is it long?
I don't think so. Let's just see. Here we go.
I'm sorry, we blew it. You didn't blow it, Denny.
I thought you were telling
Just
me.
introduce yourself, Denny.
For some reason, I had it. We're going to do that at the end. Hi, my name is Denny TEDESCO. I'm the director of the film Immediate Family.
I'm Leland Sklar, and I'm part of the Immediate Family.
He is a bass player.
And you're, well, he's precious to me.
Okay, I want to start with something with you, Leland, since he just called you a bass player.
Yeah.
I heard your
in a derogatory.
Yeah, right. I heard that piano was your first instrument.
Yeah. When I was probably I was about 4.5 years old, and on TV was the Liberace show. And my parents loved watching the Liberace show, and I would kind of sneak in when they were watching it and, kind of lay behind the couch and watch it too. And we had a baby grand piano in the house. It was a family piano, but nobody was really a pianist in the family. And I just became enamored with it, and I started plunking around on it, and had an immediate affinity. It was like the proverbial sort of child prodigy. And I started taking lessons, and by the time I was 8, I had won some awards from the Hollywood Bowl Association and met Eugene Normandy, the conductor of the Philadelphia Orchestra. And I kind of, I just took to it. Yeah. And when I went into junior high school, though, I assumed I'd be the piano player in the orchestra. I'd come in a cocky little bastard. And the music teacher said, "We got a lot of kids play piano. We need a string bass player." And he pulled out an old K upright and showed me how to hold it, and I plucked a note on it and felt it, and I just went, "I'll do it." And piano kind of fell away at that point, and I just changed over to bass.
And what year was this?
This was probably, I was 12, so probably around
62?
No, probably about 59.
Okay, so this was just before Beatles. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I even helped you, Denny, give you the timeline. That's amazing, isn't it?
Nice.
I think he's really younger.
So sweet.
Then he looks at me, and then it's like he goes, "Oh, geez."
Makes me look good.
So Denny, kind of, since he gave us a little bit of a peek into his from piano to bass, how do you go from comedies to following these great musicians? Like, all your stuff prior to producing is comedy based. There's some great material. Right. When was the transition into like the Wrecking Crew? I know it's 08.
Yeah. Well, I mean, musicians are comedians.
Not a stretch.
No, it's not that. It's funny because we were just talking about documentaries. My first documentaries I used to work on were IMAX films. So that's a whole different world. And then my father, growing up, he was a musician in Los Angeles. So I grew up, around musicians. Comedy was just something that came about as a job. I was doing stuff for Comedy Central, producing shows and stuff. And it's funny because that's why I think I love the musicians so much. Seriously, it's because of the humor. It's not about their playing. Seriously, it's about the humor. And because that's what I grew up with. I didn't see my father go to work. He went to work like anybody else, but I didn't go with him. So, but I did always remember guys bantering. It's like zing, zing, zing. Yeah. They would just constantly, it's like, I call it the quartet without instruments.
Okay, so we got a little bit of that interview, because I understand that you have to go, but before you go, you got some comments from the audience. James says, "Hi, Denny. It's been a while since I seen you. We met at
show.
2014.
Conference.
Me and you and Chuck Lennon of Big Fish Music Publishing Group.
Lennon, yeah.
Yep,
And then he says that Denny Chuck Lennon said hi. And how is your brother doing?
Brother's doing very well, Tel. Nice to see you, Jay.
All right.
So before I leave you guys, I'd love for you guys, these films like these are very difficult to make. They're very difficult to find any distribution. So I'm just happy to be able to be with Magnolia. But it is word of mouth. That's why we do these podcasts. And it comes out in theaters around the country on the 12th for one night only, but it's also going to be for rental, which is really important. The VOD, video on demand, on Amazon and Apple and everywhere you probably know. And that's really important. If we do well the first week, then we might get some traction and find a streamer like a Hulu or Netflix or somewhere. So that's what I'm hoping for. So if you guys want to see the outtakes of the film, you can go to www.immediatefamilyfilm.com. If you don't
Right.
put film at the end of immediate family, you'll find a marriage therapist, which is okay too. If you need a marriage therapist, you can't go wrong.
I'm typing this now. www.
Immediate family
ImmediateFam.com.
film.
Oh, family.
Immediate family.
Wait.
Immediatefamilyfilm.com.
Immediate family.
Film.
Film. So I really appreciate that.
FILM.com.
So it comes
All
out in
right.
2 weeks, and then we'll see how we do.
Did I get that right? I did it in caps, but is it right?
Yeah, that looks right. If I
Okay.
can spell
I'm going to
correctly.
leave that up there. It's
Yeah.
going to be premiering you guys on December the 15th at our local theater near you.
12th. The 12th. Is it the 12th, Denny?
I thought it
What's
was
Is it
that?
the 12th or the 15th?
The
15.
12th is
Which
in
date was
theaters.
it?
The 12th is in theaters, but it's on video on demand on the 15th.
Oh,
which is
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So you
That's why I
yeah.
was confused about the dates because
Yeah.
I was given
Okay.
like 2 dates. You
Yeah,
had another
because
date. So we were both.
You're both right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay, great. So
Yeah, we're both.
if
That's
you can't
good.
get to the theater on the 12th, then you can
Yep.
do video on demand. Is that from all of the major cable providers?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Awesome. So
thank you guys.
thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank
for
you,
coming
Denny.
in.
Well, Denny, we'll
dropping
enjoy
by.
to promote you.
Wish you the
Thank
All
best.
right, and share your information.
Yeah,
Thank
we
All
you.
right.
will. All
Take
right,
care.
Ciao.
everybody, let's
Bye.
give Denny a round of applause,
All
y'all.
right.
Hey, all
Denny,
right.
Bye-bye.
thank you.
See ya.
All right.
Bye.
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 All right, we'll continue the show, and Denny has left us, and boy, he's a really busy person. I could tell by his interview that he was well rested when he did the interview, and I could tell he's really tired from today. He's probably had a lot to do. So now, he can go back and watch the replay when he gets rested. Kathy, be sure to tell him. Jack says bye, Denny.
Sure.
And then also Rowan says, cheers, Denny. Have a good one. Now let's get to asking some of the questions from our audience. Some of the comments that Frank apologized. No, James apologizes. He says, sorry, Denny, I couldn't get into the studio to talk. It must be some bugs somewhere. I know, right? And Jack wants to know, do you guys want to play Fortnite? I don't like to play the Fortnite. I like to play the casino games online. I mean, we
Yeah,
play
this is not gaming, Jack, on this station.
yeah,
No, it's
but,
not gaming. This is an entertainment show.
yeah, but we do broadcast our shows on Twitch, and then this is Twitch.
Mhm.
This is Trovo. I think this is Trovo, right? Are you guys on Trovo or Twitch? So just because they are gamers, they watch other stuff too. You guys, and that's why I let my show play on their shows, on their stations, on their platforms. Now, Emily, have you ever got a Durr burger from a Greasy Grove? No, I don't even know what that is. Now, look,
I don't either.
I know about some.
Yeah. Now.
I know about some of
Yeah.
the
Now,
games.
Denny is going to be probably sharing this, so we need to keep it more on track. Only because he's going to probably be sharing it to his audience, I think. But yeah.
Well,
and so
we have to engage
thank
with
you.
our audience, and we appear to. He was a guest on our show,
Right.
but
No, I
we
understand.
wouldn't
I
even have
understand.
a show if it wasn't for our audience. So everybody on this
Yeah.
platform, that
But
comes
every
to
now
our
and
show,
then,
they do. I
some
have
people.
to address them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every now and then,
I
people
run the
seem to take
studio.
over.
Yeah, but I know
Right.
when to cut them out. I run the studio. Jack,
I understand.
did you ever see what the film is called? My film. It's running on the ticker tape. These are people that share my
Okay.
show, and I definitely don't want to run them away because the views that I get
No, I understand.
come from everywhere.
But they obviously they're not looking at the ticker tape, and obviously they're not paying attention to what
Well,
we're saying.
they might be because see, their platform looks different from ours. And you have to understand all these platforms don't look the same. So that's why I take the time for each one.
Whatever
of
you
my
say,
viewers.
Emily.
I do.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, we have to take the time for our viewers because I do this show for the audience, for people. I don't do this show for me. I don't do this show for the team. I do this show for everybody. And everybody is important.
I understand. I'll have to rethink this in 2024 then. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, then.
Okay.
Back to you, Kathy, since you're still talking.
No, I really don't really know what to say because tonight has been really kind of a fiasco, but it's okay. I've been a professional co-host. I've been on all kinds of Buenavision TV. I've been live on TV. I've been everywhere. So I also know how to do TV shows and radio shows.
I understand that, but sometimes
I'm a professional. See, I'm a professional. I'm a professional. I don't like to be called it. I'm professional.
Here comes Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy. You finally got
Better late than never, right?
Better late than
Hey,
never.
James. We got James with
Hi,
us.
Ziggy.
Better late than never.
Hey.
I hear echo on your end. I hear echo on your end, James.
Better late than never.
He's frozen.
He's frozen. Okay. Well, anyhow, Sybil.
I don't know what happened with the link, but it wouldn't let me in.
Oh, and that's something. Well, you must didn't get the new link. Remember, I told you I sent a new one. Y'all hear the echo? Or is it just me? Sybil, do you
He's froze again.
Tim, do you hear echo coming from him?
I do, but he's froze again.
Oh, okay. Anywho, Sybil, you always have a good segue to go into on the show. We're not ending the show just yet. We're going to continue.
Well, I think he was such a wonderful guest, and I want to brag on Kathy again. You were just outdoing yourself, bringing such an amazing
I've been doing
guest.
this for decades. I've been an event coordinator for decades, since like 1996. So, and I've done it for all the songwriting organizations, Songwriter Guild of America and the CNN building, and country music associations, and Songwriter Guilds of America, and Nashville Songwriters Association. So I kind of think I know what I've been doing.
Yeah,
so,
quite a few celebrities, and we're so happy to have you with us. And it wouldn't be the same without Emily and Tim and like Emily said, the audience, and we just all of us together just make the wheels turn.
That's right.
I enjoyed the show tonight.
We tried. We tried on what's important.
That's right. Okay, so Sybil, there's a question for you. Do you know Eva Smith or Daisy Renton?
I don't know them.
No, Jack, she doesn't.
I run across so many people, but those two names really don't ring a bell.
Well, you must look like somebody that they know. All right, Tim, let's take it up to you, and then we'll bring it down to James.
Oh, a great guest. Seems the project that he did is very interesting. It's different. I haven't seen a project of that nature, but I think it's going to do well for them. I think it really is.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know after a few weeks, I guess. He'll get a traction report. It is unique, and what is so fascinating about it is bringing out those famous musicians from back in the 70s, because the way that I understand it, if I'm understanding it correctly, these are musicians that played for major singers. And they say Miss Denny, I know, right? So let's get a little bit in with you, James. What do you want to say about Denny?
Denny, give me a call sometime. Sorry I couldn't get in. I just see what happened to me. Maybe I can get down to Nam again to meet you.
Okay, where was Denny? What he is in California, right?
I don't know.
He's in LA.
LA.
He's in LA. Area. Area. Yeah.
In California. Oh, okay.
Nam is in Anaheim,
Right.
California.
Real bad traffic. Real bad
California.
traffic.
Okay.
Helen, huh?
All right. So, anyhow, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to give our closing remarks, and we'll be right back.
Science has taken a major leap in the battle against thinning hair in the new topical treatment called More Hair Naturally 9. Why? Stem cells. This triple stem cell formulation may help repair and rebuild the major hair components that produce hair. Most people who experience hair loss may not realize, but damage can be done to those hair components due to DHT buildup and other factors. The old approach of DHT blockers, stimulation, nutrient supplementation is fine, but often that's just not enough. Stem cells can take it to the next level. This new natural treatment also contains Redensyl, Capixyl, and Bicapyl. These breakthrough ingredients stand alone in terms of documented success. But guess what? All three are contained in the new More Hair Naturally 9 formula. And there's more. We have several peptides designed to help fight DHT, reduce inflammation, stimulate cell production, and much, much more. In fact, More Hair Naturally 9 addresses almost every cause and symptom of thinning hair currently known to science.
And we are back. Sybil, your closing remarks.
Well, like I said, it was a amazing show, and I'm looking forward to December being filled with some more amazing shows from the world famous Emily Pearl show. And the other night, well, November the 20th, I just want to let people know that Riley Keough, which is Lisa Marie's oldest daughter, helped to produce a wonderful music presentation from Graceland called Christmas at Graceland.
Wow.
And you can type, anyone that's interested can type in rumble.com, RUMBLE,
Yeah.
and then type in Christmas at Graceland, and you can watch the show. I believe it's about 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
And they had all kind of special guests and celebrities, and Dolly Parton popped in and said hello and shared her first experience in that was on TV when she was 11 and that type of thing. So it was a wonderful special, and Riley did a wonderful producing job, and then she was on camera as well. So I wanted to throw that out. I really enjoyed it. Once again, Christmas at Graceland, Rumble, RUMBLE.com, and enjoy it. So that's what I have to say. You know, December's here, so here comes Christmas specials.
Yeah, so in case you didn't know or forgot, our show also broadcasts live on Rumble. All of our shows show on Rumble as well. So tell Riley to check us out, okay?
Well, that is a good point. I didn't realize we were on Rumble. I
told you I broadcast live on 11.
Oh yeah. 11, I got it wrote down in my notes.
11 platforms.
Hey, Sybil.
And I recommend
Hey, how you doing?
Do me a favor and email me that links. I got a couple friends. They love Elvis, and they asked me to email the links to them when I get them.
I sure will.
Yeah, you got his
I'll
email
certainly do that for
because
you.
his email is in our mass email that I send out, where I send the links. All you got to do is look for them in
Oh
there.
yeah,
I have a
Rumble
lot of
is a
Facebook
good
friends that love
platform.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I sure
so
will.
tell Riley to look for us too on Rumble as well.
Well, I certainly want to do that.
And she'll get see you put in a plug for her.
Yes, she sure will, and she's doing a wonderful job holding up everything.
Awesome,
And
awesome.
she sings well too.
Oh yeah, she definitely sing now. She's got a handle on things, that's for sure. All right then. Tim,
Yes.
let's get the
Cool.
men in.
Oh, well, good project. I believe they're a good group of guys. I always feel that it's important to know where music actually came from and the guys that really had to put in the sweat and tears to get it
Mhm.
done. So I think it's a good fact and a strong fact that needs to be there so that maybe one day this youth will actually realize where music really comes from.
Yeah. Well, good words, Tim. And James.
Tim, looks like you got
He already commented.
lot of friends out there.
Yeah, he does, doesn't
Mhm.
he?
I don't think
All
it's
Your
right,
name is
thanks
blowing
for
up,
joining.
Tim.
And Kathy, we'll let you go, and then I'll go last.
Well, thanks, Douglas, for your wonderful compliments about my experience and everything. I appreciate it. Yeah. And Denny was on a limited amount of time. And like he said, he was wanting to promote basically the film being out that one day, which was December 12th. If everyone can watch it, it's probably going to be in selected theaters because he's been promoting it at all the film festivals. And then on December 15th on video on demand, and it includes Amazon and others. So please watch him. And immediatefamilyfilm.com is where you need. And thank you, Chuck Tenon. You know, I've been working for Chuck since 1996 too. So I'm a part of that with Big Fish group, music group, along with James Ziegler. So thank you, Chuck, for arranging this, and for James for also following up. Thank you all.
No problem.
All right then. Well, I like to thank always first my audience because the audience is what grew my show. We are 10 years old, and come this March, well, March 24 will be 11 years old. And the show would not be what it is today, basically, and number one, majorly without the audience, the followers, the fans, the listeners, because we started out on radio. And now the ones that come into the different platforms and just say hi. It doesn't matter what y'all say. I love you, as long as you keep it clean. Now, I'm a grandma and a great grandma.
Well, sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. But I know. And sometimes they don't make sense at all.
As long as you
it's
keep
all
it
right.
clean. Long as you keep it clean. Now, but they getting to learn about Grammy Emily.
Emily, can I have one more second?
Sure.
I was able to see the first show Denny put out down in NAM, and it was fantastic, and I never realized what the soundtrack of our life came from.
Ah.
So if anybody's wondering if it's a good film or not to watch, yes, it is. This one's going to be probably better. And Denny, if it comes near my area, please call me so I can go see it.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess if you could probably just check your local theaters and see if it's playing, because these theaters, some of them have 13, 14 different theater rooms,
Yeah, I got to watch where I go to. I'm handicapped, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. I thought they had a kind of handicapped space in each theater box, in each theater room. Well, they do here in Memphis, so I don't know about in New York. They should. Okay. So we've got Denny's website up there for the film. And thank him for coming on tonight and just giving us an insight of what he does and what it took to make this film. And we appreciate that. So, audience, let's give him a big round of applause again. Okay.
Yay! Great show.
So, this is Jules. Hi, Jules. Thank you so much. All right, then. You love Nam? You watched Nam? Oh, okay. All right. That's the movie that James was
It's a
talking about.
conference.
Oh, okay.
It's not a movie. It's a conference. It's a conference in LA.
Oh, okay.
Well, they were playing at one of the movie theaters there.
Oh, and so Roland from Twitch, I think this is Twitch, says, we love Denny. See, the gamers love Denny. See, they know some stuff, and then, but even if they don't know the guests that we have, that's how they get to learn about them. If we want to distribute and spread the word, we have to make sure that we encompass everybody. All right. So to all of my pearls in the listening audience tonight, a pearl is defined as a precious thing. It is the finest example of something special. So it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor. You, my pearls, are a special thing. You are the finest example of someone special. All right. And as we say around here in the Emily Pearl studio, listen, don't hate them, congratulate them. And if you deem it and mean it, I promise you, my pearls, everything good that you do will what team?
Come back to you.
Come back to you. All right. All right, good night, everybody. That's
Night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you later.
Night. Yay.